Okay. Who's first?
I'm trying to get out of the shower.
Okay. What's one word you would use to describe Basecamp?
Exciting.
Lots of coffee.
Inspiring.
Personalized. Transformative.
Ooh.
Okay, elevator.
Hi, my name is Claire Fisher. I'm the principal of Urban Promise Academy. We started the journey of creating our next generation vision when we were applying for a Rogers Family Foundation grant. And we started thinking about two big challenges that were coming up for UPA. One of them everybody around the country has. We needed to start preparing our kids for the future, and that looked very different based on Common Core standards, next generation science standards, and the SBAC. On top of just the vision of what the challenges looked like in the future in college and career. And our current model didn't really meet those needs. And then the second major one was that our student population was becoming much more diverse. We had a huge group of newcomers coming, they are coming next year, and a bigger special education population. And so this challenge around how do we meet all those students' needs in the same classroom was a huge one. We embarked on a huge exploratory phase where we went and visited schools, we participated in workshops, we did what we call supergroup, where we met with families and students and interviewed them in order to do some sense making about what is it that this 21st century vision looks like for UPA. And we landed on three major shifts that we wanted to make that we call our theory of change. One is to start embarking on personalized learning. The second is what we lovingly call mega units, which is project-based learning that's really enriched with linked learning and critical pedagogy. And then the last one is social emotional learning. We did this visioning independent of Summit, and we're really pleased to find a school that held those same values and had a very similar model to the one we were looking for, which leads us to Summit Basecamp.
So why we're in Summit Basecamp, I think Claire already talked a lot about how we saw the need for it with our students and trying to find a way to meet all their needs. And we had all of these huge problems to solve about how to personalize learning for students, how to meet all student needs, and how to make our curriculum more project-based and more engaging. And Summit seemed to answer all those questions, or at least provide us ways to start trying to fix those problems. And so we came to Basecamp. Yeah.
What are we doing?
What does it mean for our students?
What does it mean for our students? I think that what it means for our students is that they will find ways to own their own learning and their own education, that they will develop skills that will help them be successful in their academic life and in their life. And I think they will be very excited about what we're embarking on.
So I'm adding a question, and I'm talking about how we feel Summit has helped us or supported us as a team. And so we have all really enjoyed working with our mentor. The mentor has taken time to really study all of the reflections that we've each submitted each day and adapt to that feedback, which I think is really good modeling. The tech team has been super responsive as well when we've submitted comments and feedback, made those changes, and is even looking at combining English and history into humanities for specifically based on our needs. And so working with and getting to know the Summit staff has been great because it definitely, we definitely will get a lot of support this year.
Yay, Tyler!
Hi. So I'm here to talk about something that you've heard already, and that's the personalized learning. And that really comes down to the PLP, the Personalized Learning Plan. And that is where students can see in one screen how they're doing in math, in science, in humanities. They can look at their cognitive skills and see how they're developing on those, and to really kind of make a plan for themselves on how to improve and how to go forward in deepening their understanding on the cognitive skills as well as on the content area. So this, as a student, is a really great format because you see everything that you're doing and you can see where you're going in the content area, what projects are coming up, what focus areas. You can really challenge yourself and make it your own path on figuring out what you want to do in class. And I think that's an amazing thing for students to have the ability to do.
Hi. The most valuable thing that I have learned here at Basecamp is how to use the Summit model to do personalized learning so that a person can drive their own learning. As a school leader, I have to participate, or I get to participate in crafting professional learning for teachers. And so going through the experience of using playlists and task cards to complete projects really helped me understand how I can use this model to support teachers in going through the personalized learning experience so that they understand it when they're doing it with students.
The most valuable thing I've learned is how to assess students on skills with the cognitive skills platform. I've always been a big believer in standards-based grading, and recently we've been trying to figure out how do we fairly assess our students on those cognitive skills that aren't a content skill. And Summit has taught me so much about how to do that in a really fair and very clear way for students.
I also want to talk about the cognitive skills rubric. I think that was the most exciting thing for me. We've always been looking for ways to do more interdisciplinary work and to show students growth that is separate from their ability to regurgitate facts. I think the cognitive skills rubric is really powerful, and students can see that there's always more to learn, always new ways to grow, and I think they'll really like it.
Over the time in Basecamp, one of the things that I became more familiar with is working with personalized learning platform. And so that's been really good, looking at how project time will work and personalized learning time. And then just really having a chance to work with my team to collaborate and talk over these ideas has been very valuable.
So for me, one of the most valuable things that I've learned at Basecamp is the personalized learning. I've always struggled with how do I help the struggling students as well as challenge my really high-skilled students. And now I have the ability to where there is on their personalized learning plan for my high-skilled students to really work beyond what they're capable of doing, and then I can also pull a small group and provide some intervention and some additional supports for my struggling students. So it seems to be the best way to meet every student where they are and to really push them and help them to be even better and grow as a person.
Okay, so the colleague who inspires me is actually Team Stace, the team I've been here with this week. I'm just so impressed with the way that they've taken on this challenge. They are very different people with a lot of different backgrounds, and the way that they're able to come to consensus and collaborate and find solutions when they're stuck, care for each other as people, is just super inspiring. So I'm really excited for next year.
I am inspired by Claire, our school leader, because she has been able to involve so many stakeholders in creating this vision for our school to move forward with 21st century learning, and then really support the 6th grade team in going through this transition, and I think has created a really strong vision for how to build it out school-wide.
I could speak for a long time about each member of our team, but I just do really feel myself inspired by and excited to work with this team next year. And I think we all have so many strengths to contribute, and they're very, very beautiful people, and I'm very lucky to work with them.
Yes, it's everyone on my team. I'm so inspired and in awe by each and every one of my team members, and feel so lucky to be able to work with them.
So I, too, want to appreciate everyone on the team, but I am going to rock the boat and acknowledge one specific person, and that is Julia. because Julia really has been the forefront in bringing Summit to our school, in helping us in getting the grant, and really, not that we were against it, but just definitely inspiring us and bringing it to us. So I
Yay,
appreciate
Julia.
all that she's
Yay,
done
Julia!
and this opportunity.